Okay, we are live. If there is anybody in the chat section, please let me know if I'm properly audible and visible. Just give me a quick thumbs up in the chat section so that I'll know everything is fine with my stream and we can start our today's session. So guys, from today's session onwards, we are going to discuss previous year question in probability and statistics for GATE DA, right? So basically, we do not have lots of previous questions for particularly GATE DA. So I have collected questions for probability and statistics from other branches as well, and what type of question they can ask. So that means you can consider this as a practice question, right? So I am discussing for GATE DA, right? And this is one of the important topic because one of the important subject. If you would see that in your syllabus, probability and statistics subject has a most weightage, right? So that's why you have to understand this topic very carefully, and you should be able to solve questions based on this subject easily, right? So we are going to see that what kind of questions we can expect in exam to be there. Okay, so shall we start? Just let me know in chat section, guys. A quick thumbs up would work. Give me a quick thumbs up in the chat section, guys. Okay, so yeah, everything is fine. Let's start with today's session. So we have this question. It says that Aishwarya studies either computer science or mathematics every day. If she studies computer science on a day, then the probability that she studies mathematics the next day is 0.6. If she studies mathematics on a day, then the probability that she studies computer science on the next day. Given that Aishwarya studies computer on Monday, what is the probability that she studies computer science on Wednesday? Tell me, guys, what would be the answer? Let me know what would be the answer here, guys. Just try to solve this once. Just try to solve this question and let me know how would you solve this. You guys let me know in chat section. Right? And this is a question from probability GATE CS 2008. So we have to find out that Aishwarya studies computer science on Monday. We have given that what is the probability that she studies computer science on Wednesday. Tell me, guys, what would be the probability? So guys, if you would see this question, they have said that on Monday, she is studying computer science, and you want to find out the probability that on Wednesday she would also study computer science. So now you have Tuesday. On this Tuesday, she can either study computer science or she can either study mathematics, right? So you can see that required probability. What would be the required probability here? Required probability. So you can see that it is already given. So this case is given that she is studying computer science on Monday, right? So what is the probability that she'll study computer science on Tuesday and computer science on Wednesday? So you can see that if she studies mathematics, if she studies computer science on a day, then the probability that she studies mathematics, that is, if she is studying computer science, then she'll study mathematics, the probability is 0.6. So that means if she has studied computer science on the first day, and what is the probability that she'll study computer science again? That would be 0.4 because this is 0.6. Now, next thing we have given that if she studies mathematics on a day, then the probability that she studies computer science the next day, right? So that means this probability is given to you 0.4. And also computer science, the probability is 0.4, right? Studying computer science and then again computer science, that is 0.4. So what would be the required probability? Required probability would be that she'll study computer science and computer science on both dates, 0.4 into 0.4, plus she'll study maths and then computer science, 0.6 into 0.4. So we'll get the probability 0.16 and 0.24. If you would solve this, you would get this as 0.4, right? So 0.4 would be the answer here. Let me know, guys, if this thing is clear. Let me know, guys, if there is any confusion in this question. If not, we'll move forward to next question. So the next question here is, a large software development company employs 100 computer programmers. Of them, 45 are proficient in Java, 35 in C, 20 in Python, 6 in C and Java both. 1 in Java and Python, 5 in C and Python. Just one programmer is proficient in all three languages. So they are asking that determine the number of computer programmers that not proficient in any of the three languages. So what we are going to do here, we are going to use inclusion exclusion formula. And you can see that you have three types here, either Java, Python and C, right? So let's consider Java as J, right? J I am considering for Java. J I am considering for Java. P I am considering for Python. And C I considering for C language, right? So now they have given that total number of programmers I have 100, right? So this is total number of programmers. Of them, 45 are proficient in Java. So that means 45 are proficient in Java, 13 C. So that means equals to 30, 13 C and 20 in Python. Python, it would be 20. And then they are saying that 6 is C and Java. C and Java, that means C intersection Java. They have given it 6. 1 in Java and Python. Java and Python, there is 1 only. Okay, and then I have C and Python. That is 5. C and Python, that is 5. And then they have given that, and just one programmer is proficient in all the languages, right? All the languages, that means J intersection C intersection P. That means all three languages, only one is proficient. So what would I find out? I'll find out J union C union P. That means I'll find out all the number of programmers who are trained in any one of, at least one of the languages. So this formula is, I'll find out using inclusion exclusion, right? What is exclusion? Inclusion exclusion. That would be cardinality of J union C union P would be cardinality of J, cardinality of C plus cardinality of P minus cardinality of J intersection C minus cardinality of C intersection P minus cardinality of J intersection P, right? I have taken all three cases and then I'll add these J intersection C intersection P, right? This is a formula for inclusion exclusion for 3 sets. Now I'll fill all the values. So values would be 45 plus 30 plus 20. J intersection C, that is 6. C intersection P, that is 5. J intersection P, minus 1. And then we have plus 1. If we'll solve this, we'll get the answer. This I'll get 45 plus 30 plus 20. 95. That would become 90. 1 and 1 get cancelled. So it would become 84. This would become 84. But if you would see the question, you do not have to write down that 84 is correct answer. Because the question says that number of computer programmers that are not proficient in any of the 3 languages. So this 84 is a number which tells us that either students are trained in any one of the languages. So these 84 students or these 84 employees are trained in any one of the languages. So in total, we have 100 to 100 employees. So I'll subtract 84 out of that, right? What would I get? I'll get 16. So 16, we have 16 employees who are not trained in any of the languages. Is it clear, guys? Let me know if there is any confusion in this. Let me know. Okay. So let's move to next question. Okay, so this is a question. The probability that a number selected at random between 100 and 999 will not contain the digit 7 is. So what is the probability? Find out that and let me know out of which option is correct. So you have to take a number which is 100 and 9, between 100 and 999. The probability that a number selected at random between 100 and 999 will not contain the digit 7. So if you would see, if I'll consider 109 how many numbers I'll have? I'll have a number 900, right? In total, I have 900 number. So you have to find out what is the probability that would not contain the digit 7. Tell me, guys. So guys, Ajay is asking that to get a rank in, to get a seat in IIT, what minimum rank is needed. So I am basically, if I'll talk about marks, right? At least 60 marks is needed if you need a rank under 1000, right? And also if you need an IIT, and if you, I am talking about general category, so that means you have to score above 65 or like 65, above 65 would work. 65 marks. I'm talking about marks. Tell me the probability that it will not contain the digit 7. So can you find out the numbers which contains the digit 7? Guys, can you find out the numbers which contain the digit 7? Tell me, guys, what would be the answer here? So you have to find out the numbers which does not contain the digit 7, right? So just find out that. Tell me, guys. So basically, if you would see, you have a 3-digit number and the numbers are starting from 100 and up to 999. If you would see that at any place, right? If at this place, how many numbers I can have? I can have, how many numbers I can have? I can have 9 numbers on this place because 1 to 9. And on this place, how many numbers I can have? Again, I can have 9 numbers. And also at this place, I can have 9 numbers because at these two places, I can have 0 as well, right? Because I can have numbers from here 0 to 9, right? So I can have here 10 numbers. So you can see that out of 9 numbers, I just want that it do not have a 7. So that means I have 8 numbers here. Out of 10 numbers, I want that it does not have 7. So that means nine numbers here, and it does not have seven. That means I'll have nine numbers. So that means 8 into 9 into 9. These numbers would not contain the digit 7. So what would be the probability that 8 into 9 upon 900? That would be the probability. If you would solve 4 twos are 8 and 25, on solving you would get the probability 18 by 25. So this will be the probability. And do you get it how 18 by 25 is a probability? Okay, let's see next question. Guys, just try to solve by yourself. It says that a bag contains 10 blue marbles, 20 green marbles, and 30 red marbles. A marble is drawn from the bag, its color recorded, and it is put back in the bag. So we have replaced that ball in the bag. This process is repeated 3 times. Now you have to find out that probability that no two marbles of same color. That means every time we are getting different color. So in total, I have 60 marbles. This is simple question, guys. This is a simple probability question. You can easily solve it. You just let me know what would be the answer. Simple question. Let me know, guys, what would be the answer here. So, guys, here we are doing replacement. That means we have picked one ball, then we are replacing that ball back. Sorry, that marble in the back, right? So we are doing that. So let's suppose we can have option blue, green, red, or red, green, blue, right? Red, green, blue, and green, blue, red, right? So I have how many cases? At the first position, how many colors I can have? 3. Because the colors cannot repeat itself. On the second position, I can have 2 colors. And on the third position, I can have only 1 color, because the color I have used, I cannot put here. So in total, how many combinations I have? I have 6 combinations. So if I'll find out probability of one combination, so probability of getting blue ball first, that is 10 by 60. Probability of getting green ball, that is 20 by 60, because I am just putting that ball back in the bag, right? I have in total ball, in total number of ball remains same, right? 30 by 60. So each of them has the same probability. So I'll multiply this 6 instead of finding out every case probability, right? So if you would solve, you would get the answer 23s are 60, 3 10s are 30, 10. So you would get the probability 1 by 6. So option B is correct. Guys, please, you guys also answer in chat section so that I'll know you also know the concept of probability. These are some simple questions, not so much difficult question. Let me know if there is any confusion. If not, let's move forward to next question. Okay, next question we have here is a bag contains 7 yellow balls and 5 red balls. One ball is taken from the bag at random and is not replaced. Now we are not replacing. We are not putting the ball which we have picked back in the bag, right? We are not doing that. Just understand that concept of without replacement and with replacement. With replacement, that means the ball I have picked, I'm just putting back in the bag. But here we have without replacement. That means we haven't replaced that ball. A second ball is then taken from the bag. Determine the probability that balls are different colors. Same question, but the question based on without replacement. Now tell me what can be the probability here. Guys, just try to solve this question by yourself as well. Let me know in chat section once you get the answer. Let me know, guys, what would be the answer here. So see, a bag contains 7 yellow balls and 5 red balls. What can be the probability? Yellow, red and red, yellow. These would be the cases. And guys, when there is no replacement, you cannot multiply, like you cannot find out one probability and multiply it by 2. It cannot work like that, right? So what would you do? You have to find out probability in each case because probabilities would be different in every case. So for first, let's suppose you have picked yellow ball. What is the probability? 7 by 12. Right? That is a probability. Now for red ball, because we have already picked one ball, right, which is yellow. So that means in total we have 11 balls, but red balls we have 5. Exactly. Then again we have red ball probability 5 by 12 because we have already picked red ball. So in total we have 11 balls, but yellow balls remain same. So probability is same basically, right? It's not the case that probability would be different. So if you would solve this, you would get 65 upon 66 as a probability. Right, Harshit. 35 upon 66 is the correct answer. Right. So I hope everyone gets this question. Let's try to solve next question. 35 by 66 is the answer. 2 dice are thrown simultaneously. Probability that at least one of them will have 6 facing up is. Just tell me what would be the answer here. At least one of them would be 6 facing up. This is a simple question based on throwing a dice simultaneously. Let me know, guys, what would be the answer here. Let me know, guys, what is the answer here. Simple question. You just have to solve these questions easily. Harshit is saying that D option is correct. Guys, what everyone else is getting? Let me know, guys, in chat section. Okay, so see, 2 dice are thrown simultaneously. So what kind of numbers we can have? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 2, 1, 2, 2, and up to it goes to 6, 6, right? So in total, we have 36 combinations. I hope everyone knows that how these are 36 combination, right? So that means at least one of them will have 6 facing up. So what are the cases in which we have 6 facing up? 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, and then I have 6, 6, right? And also we have 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, and 5, 6. 6, 6 I have already written, so I do not need to write down. So how many cases this would make? These would make 11 cases. So 11 by 36 is a probability. Option D is correct, right? So here option D is correct. I hope this thing is clear. Let's try to solve some more question. So we have this question. S be a sample space and two mutually exclusive event A and B be such that A union B is equals to S. Then they are asking you to find out the maximum probability or maximum value of probability A into probability B. How do you find out that? Let me know how you are going to find out that in chat section, guys. What would be the answer? Okay, so if you would see that A union B is given to S, A union B is given to us S. So that means probability of A union B would become what? Probability of your whole sample space, that would always be 1. Then you know the formula that probability of A intersection B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of B minus probability A union B, right? So you know, you do not know probability of A. Okay, so probability of A intersection B, because they are mutually exclusive. So that means I can say that A intersection B is equals to 5 here. So that would give probability of A intersection B is equals to 0, right? So I get here 0 and I get here 1. So I got probability of A plus probability of B is equals to 1. But I need to find out maximum value of probability A into probability B. How I am going to find out? So there is one formula that your geometric mean is always greater than equals to, sorry, it is always less than equals to arithmetic mean. Geometric mean of two number is square root of xy and arithmetic mean is x plus y. So let's take x plus y by 2 of two numbers. So let's take x as probability of A, y as probability of B. So it would become square root of probability A into probability of B, and it is less than equals to 1 by 2 because probability A plus probability B is 1. I'll take the square root to the right hand side. So I get probability A into probability B is less than 1 by 4. So that means probability A into probability B is less than equals to 0.25. So which option matches? Option B matches to an answer. So B is the correct option. So I hope everyone gets it that why option B is correct. Let me know, guys, if there is any confusion at all in this question. If not, I'll move to the next question. This is a question. It says that how many 4-digit positive integers divisible by 3 can be formed using the digits 1, 3, 4, 6, 7 such that no digit appear more than once in a number. Right? Any digit should not appear more than once in a number. Tell me, guys, what would be the answer? So guys, for divisibility of 3, what I want, that sum of all the numbers should be divisible by 3. Right? Then I can say that it would be divisible by 3. Otherwise, the number would not be divisible by 3. So you have to form a 3-digit number, right? They have said form only the digit 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. And you have 4-digit number, sorry. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. Just try to make a combination. And this is a question based on, like, this is a question from GATE DA 2024. So try to solve this by yourself. This question they have asked in GATE exam, your main exam last year, right? For the exam you are preparing for. So you should be able to solve this question. Just try this one and let me know. Just let me know, because answer is already visible. Just let me know what combination you would get, and for each of the combination, how many numbers you would get. Tell me, guys. I'm also thinking. So can I take one combination of 1, 3, 4, 7? Because 7 plus 3, 10 plus 4 plus 1, 15. Right? And from this, how many numbers I'll get? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Right? If I'll not repeat. Because first position, I can have 4 numbers, then 3, then 2, then 1. So I'll get 24 numbers. Any another combination? Guys, do you getting any another combination? Just let me know. So if I'll take 1, 4, 6, 7, this would giving me some 18, because 7 plus 4, 11, plus 1, 12, plus 6, 18, right? It is again divisible by 3. Sum is divisible by 3. So no, any number which I'll form using these 4 numbers would be divisible by 3. And you can take any number. 6417, 7614, 7416, any number you would make out of with these 4 numbers. Because any number with divisible by 3, it would be divisible by 3 if and only if the sum of the digits of that particular number is divisible by 3. right? So these basic concepts are required, right? You have understand probability, you now know how to solve questions based on probability, but they have added one common sense thing, right, which you have studied in school to like check that you guys know that thing or not, right? So again we'll get 24 numbers. So is there any another possibility? Is there any another possibility? No, we do not have any another possibility. So in total 24 plus 24 gives me 48. So which option is true here? Option B is true. Option B is true. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Guys, just let me know in chat section. If the question is clear, you can just give me a quick thumbs up so that I'll know what I'm teaching here. You guys are getting it, right? Okay. So yeah, let's move to next question. The probability of a boy, this is again a question from GATE DA 2024. They are saying that probability of a boy or a girl being born is 1/2. For a family having only 3 children, what is the probability having 2 girls and 1 boy? So you have to find out that. Just think about it. This is again a GATE question. Last year they have asked. And this question they have asked in aptitude. Right? This is a probability question I have taken here, but they have asked this question in aptitude section. So see, like understanding probability is given you marks in your probability and statistics section as well as in probability section, right? So it should like these topics should be known by everyone. Tell me. How would you solve it? Guys, if you would see, they haven't given the order here. So order can be either girl, girl, boy, or boy, girl, girl, right? And girl, boy, girl, right? These 3 orders can be possible. Is there any another possible order possible? No. And each of them has equal probability for girl being 1/2 and boy being 1/2. So 1/2 into 1/2 into 1/2 multiplied by 3 because we have 3 cases possible. So what is the probability? Probability would be 3/8. So which option is true? Option A is true, right? Easy question. Right, Harshad. We can also do that. So basically, number of choices we have. What we do? 3C2. We can write down 3, or I can write down in permutation case that is 3 factorial by 2 factorial. Because I have 3 position, I have to fill that. So 3 factorial and divided by 2 factorial because 2 places, like 2 choices are same. Right? Now let me know if there is any confusion. Otherwise, we'll move to next question. This is the next question. Again, this is a question from GATE DA 2024. Guys, see, they have asked lots of questions. This is the third question we are discussing from, that is from GATE DA. Okay, the question here says that 3 fair coins are tossed independently. T is the event that 2 or more tosses results in heads. S is the event that 2 or more tosses results in tails. What is the probability of the event T intersection is? Tell me, guys. Think about it and let me know how would you solve. This is easy question, right? So 3 fair coins are tossed. So what would be the sample space? Head, 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 tail, head, tail, 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 head, tail, head, head, right? And then we have tail, tail, head, and then tail, head, tail, and then head, tail, tail, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have tail, tail, tail. Right? We have 8 cases. So this is your sample space, right, Harshit? 0 would be the answer. But T is the event that results in 2 or more tosses results in heads. So that means head, 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 tail, and head, tail, head, and tail, head, head. This would be the T. And if I'll talk about S is an event in which we have two or more tosses results in tail. So S would be tail, 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 head, and tail, head, tail, and head, tail, tail. Right? These would be the cases. And if you would see, T intersection S is 5 here. Right? This would be 5. T intersection S is 5. That means there is no common point in these T intersection S. So probability would be 0. So option A is correct. Right? Option A is correct because they do not have any common point. Let's suppose if I change the question and I make this question like T is an event that one or more tosses results in heads and S is an event that one or more tosses results in tails. Then what would be the answer? In that case, guys, just try to let me know what would be the answer. Let me know, guys, what would be the answer here. Guys, just let me know. Are you like, is my streaming like running smoothly, or you are facing any issue? Just let me know if there is any issue. So in this case, if I'll take one or more tosses results in head, and S is a event that one or more tosses results in tails, what would be the answer? So that means T would have all the elements other than tail, 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 right? And S has all the elements other than head, head, head. So out of that, T and S have common how many elements? 6 elements. So probability of T intersection S would become 6 by 8. I hope this thing is clear. Right? Why probability of T intersection would S would be 6 by 8? No, no. S is an event that one or more tosses results in tail. या तो 1 हो या 2 हो या 3 हो. Right? So that means S would have all the elements. These all the elements. If I'll replace 2 by 1. Right? And if I'll take T is an event, one or more tosses results in head. So that means S would have all the elements except tail, tail, tail. Right? So each have 7, 7 elements. But if you would see common, then each of them have one element is not common, that is head, 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 and there in S is tail, tail, tail. Right? Just let me know if this thing is clear. Okay, let's move forward. This is another question, and this question they have asked in sample paper. A fair coin is flipped twice and it is known that one tail is observed. The probability of getting two tails is. Can you guys tell me probability of getting two tails? Let me know probability of getting two tails. This simple question, simple conditional probability question, or you can solve this directly as well. So it's up to you. How do you solve it? I just want answers from everyone. Let me know, guys. So see, they have already observed that at least one tail is observed. So that means sample space would become tail, tail, tail. Twice. It is flipped twice. So it is flipped twice. So tail, 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 head, or head, tail. This would be only your sample space. Probability of getting two tails is 1 out of 3. Right? So what is the probability? 1 by 3. Right? So 1 by 3 is the probability. Harshit, it would be 1 by 3. I hope this question is clear. Because now your sample space is tail, 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 head, head, tail. Because at least one tail is observed. Right? You have reduced your sample space. And probability of getting two tails is I'm getting only two tails in only one case. That is tail, tail. Right? If this thing is clear, let's move forward to next question. Okay, so this is a next question. It says that the probability that an automobile being filled with gasoline needs an oil change is 0.25. The probability that it also needs a new oil filter is 0.40. The probability that both oil and filter need changing is 0.14. If the oil has to change, what is the probability that new oil filter is needed? Just try to solve this question, guys. Yeah, Kunal, you can solve this last. Okay, guys, you can solve this question based on conditional probability as well, right? What would you take? Your sample spaces, tossing two coins simultaneously. Let me tell you how to solve this question using tossing two coins simultaneously, right? And A be the event that at least one tail is observed. At least one tail is observed. Right? And B is getting two tails. Getting two tails. Right? So you need to find out probability B given A. And we all know that what is probability B given A? Probability B intersection A upon probability of A. If you would find out A would be tail, tail, head, tail, because at least one tail is observed, and this you can write down only as tail. If you would find out intersection, we have only one common point, that is tail. So probability would be 1/4 and probability of A would be 3/4. So you would get the answer as 1/3, right? So you would get the same answer. I just do not want to do so much calculations. That's why I have reduced my conditional probability. Basically, what is conditional probability? Conditional probability do conditioning on your sample space, right? Let's suppose we have like in a normal case, what is the probability of getting two tails? Getting two tails has a probability 1/4, right? What we have done, we have applied some conditions on my sample space, right? What is the condition? That at least we already know one tail is observed, right? So if one tail is observed, that means one conditioning I have applied, so my probability gets like it increases, right? The probability would become 1/3. So I'm increasing the probability. So probability help us to solve, like using these conditioning probability, we can solve real life problems as well. So let's suppose some person is having some stomach pain or having some throat pain and another number of symptoms he's facing. So he's thinking that there might be chances that I have a appendicitis, right? So what would happen? He would go to a CT scan, right? He would get a result of CT scan. There might be a like if CT scan shows that her stomach is swollen or something like that, then he would make sure, right? What CT scan does, it would increases the probability of getting appendicitis. So there might be chances that doctor would run some tests to make sure that he has appendicitis or not. Then he would start it's like that person medicine and all. So that's how conditioning works. Conditioning, that means we are giving some of the conditioning to our sample space, right? We are reducing it so that we can make sure that we'll get the probability. Okay, so that's what we have done here. Now let's see this question. The probability that yeah, we have already read this question. Let's just try to solve it. So this question says that automobile being filled with gasoline needs an oil change. So probability, so let's say, what would I do? I'll take oil filter change as oil filter change as oil filter change as F and oil change as O. Right? I'm representing oil filter change as F and oil change as O. The probability that an automobile being filled with gasoline needs an oil change. So that means probability of an oil change is 0.25. Right? The probability that it also needs a new oil filter is 0.40. Okay. Probability that both oil and filter need changing is 0.14. Okay, so right. So they have given probability of filter change is 0.40 And the probability both oil and filter needs changing. Oil and filter need changing. That means both I have to do. That is 0.14. They're asking that what is the probability? Oil has to be changed. What is the probability that oil filter is changed? If I already know, oil has to be changed. Right? As given, no, I have to find out. Then I can use conditional probability. Probability F intersection O upon probability of O. So that is 0.14, 0.14, and probability of O is 0.25. So on solving, you would get the answer 14/25. And you can solve it to get it as 0.56. That would be your answer. I hope this is clear. This is simple conditional probability question. Everything is given. You have to apply the formula. Okay, this is a question from GATE CS exam. It says that probability of A is 1, probability of B is 1/2. So they are asking what is the probability A given B and probability B given A. I hope this question is you would be able to solve. Guys, if you are learning from this session, you can just like the session so that it can reach to more students and more students can like learn from these sessions which we are providing. So guys, before moving forward, please like the session. Right, Ajay. Integration is not there. Integration is not there in calculus. So you have basic differentiation and then you have your, like I think Taylor's formula you have, right? You do not have integration part. But you have one important topic that is optimization, right? So I hope all of you know the problem, like the optimization concept, because that is helpful in machine learning as well. So you should know they can ask questions based on optimization. Optimization means finding out maximum and minimum value for a function, and that we do in machine learning as well, right? Okay, let's solve it. Probability of A is equals to 1, probability B equals to 1/2. So guys, you can see that here you have given probability A equals to 1. So that means this is your whole sample space. A is equals to S. So that means if you would take A intersection B, it would become B only, because this is your whole A and you are taken part of B, right? So intersection B would be, right, Ajay? Yeah. Optimization means finding out maximum and minimum for a function. Right. So A intersection, so probability of A intersection B is only probability of B, 1/2. So now you can solve, right? This would be easy. Now I'm not solving it. Like option D you would get the answer. You have all the probabilities. Just put down and solve it in the formula. So you all know what is the probability formula. Probability A intersection B, A given B is equals to probability A intersection B upon probability of B. Let me know if there is any confusion. Okay, if not, let's move to next question. So the question here says that P and Q are considering to apply for job. The probability that P applies for job is 1/4. Probability that P applies for the job given that Q applies for the job is 1/2. Probability that Q applies for the job given that P applies for the job is 1/3. Probability that P does not apply for the job given that Q apply for the job. They are asking. So guys, when I solve question, I basically like write down all the information they have provided, and then I'll see that what they are asking, and I'll write down the formula, and then I'll see that what are the things I required to find out to get the answer of my main problem, right? So let's do the same thing and just try to solve it. So probability of P applies for a job is 1/2. So I'm writing that P as P applies for a job, right? That is 1/4. Now they have given probability P applies for a job, given that Q applies for the job already. That is 1/2. Probability Q applies for a job. We already know P applies for a job is 1/3. They are asking probability that P does not apply for the job. P does not apply for the job, given that Q applies for the job. So you can write down either. I'm writing P dash. Right? P does not apply for the job. So how do you get this? So you can write down this as probability of P dash intersection Q upon probability of Q. That means you want probability of P dash intersection Q. How do you find out probability of P dash intersection Q? So if I'll find out probability of P is 1/4, let's use any of that. Let's use this. If I'll use this, what would I get? Probability Q intersection P upon probability of P is equals to 1/3. So if I'll put probability P 1/4 here, so what would I get? Probability Q intersection P is equals to 1/4. Right? That would be your probability. Now, can I find out? Because you can see that you can write down probability of Q as probability of Q intersection P plus probability of Q intersection P dash. Can I do that? Right? This is a simple thing. I can do that. But probability Q intersection P, I already have. Q intersection P dash, I have to find out. Probability Q, I do not have. So what would I do? I'll take use of it. So what it would give me? Probability P intersection Q upon equals to 1/2 upon probability of Q. So if I solve probability P intersection Q is, I got 1/4. And let's take it to the denominator 1/2 and let's take it to the right hand side, probability of Q. So on solving, you would get the probability of Q as 1/2. Right, so I got here 1/2 equals to 1/4 plus probability Q intersection P dash. Right, so on solving, you would get this probability as 1/4. Sorry, probability Q intersection P dash is 1/4. So you get the probability. Let's put that here 1/4 and probability of Q is 1/2. You get all the probabilities. So you get 1/2 as probability P dash given Q. So see, you have to like apply some calculus, right? How to solve equations, what I can get from this equation, what can I get from this equation, and then we reach to answer. So you have to like solve the questions like this. And this is like they have asked same question on different concept in GATE exam as well. We are going to discuss that question as well. But yeah, you should know that because you need to find out P dash intersection Q. So this you can use. Right? And guys, in GATE exam, like they would, if they are providing any of the information in question, so you have to use it. Like, I'm not saying that always you have to use every information, but right, maximum times they give the information to solve the question, right? So that means we have to like understand each of the thing they have given. So I have used all the things here, but sometimes there are chances that all the things are not required, but maximum times you would have the concept. Okay, let me know if there is any another question in this. If there is any confusion, any question, just let me know, guys. I'll be happy to help. Just let me know. So guys, we are having this session so that we can solve questions together. We can we can help you to solve your doubts. So please ask if there is any question. And after this session end, you can post the questions in the comment section, and you can also post the feedback as well, right? How much you have learned, or do you need anything else? Just let us know in the chat section. And guys, some students have asked for the PDF. Like we will not be able to provide PDF. I'll ask with my team if we are able to do that. Then I'll let you know. Right? So if there is anything, you can just let us know. Okay, let's try to solve one more question. We have time. Suppose that if I take bus 1, then I'm late with probability 0.1. If I take bus 2, then I'm late with probability 0.2. The probability that I take bus 1 is 0.4. The probability that I take bus 2 is 0.6. Then they're asking what is the probability of getting late. So guys, see, probability. What would I do? I'll again write down all the information. Probability that if I take bus 1, I'm taking bus 1 and I'm late, the probability is 0.1. Probability that I am late, but I have taken bus 2. Probability is 0.2. Probability of bus 1 is 0.4. Probability of bus 2 is 0.6, right? So you need to find out the probability of being late. So how do you find out probability of being late? What would you do? You would use law of total probability, right? So what is law of total probability says? Probability of late given bus 1 into probability of bus 1 plus probability of late given bus 2 probability of bus 2. So this would give you your required probability of being late. Okay, hi Jitendra. So let's write down the probability. 0.1 into 0.4 plus 0.2 into 0.6. So I get 0.04 plus 0.12. On solving, we will get 0.16 as a probability. 0.16. 16. I'm getting it 16. Have I done anything wrong? 0.2, 0.6, 0.4. Okay, guys, there is some error. This is 0.16. This is correct. Have I write down everything correct? Yeah, I have done everything correct. Yeah, so here 0.16 is correct. So I hope this question is clear. Let me know, guys, if there is any question at all. If there is any confusion, you can just tell us. We are going to solve more question in the next class. I'll like in this session here, like you can ask. We have some 2-3 more minutes. If there is any doubt, you can just let me know. Let me know, guys, if there is any question. Okay, so guys, that's all from my side. I'll suggest you to solve some more questions. And also, if there is any question, you can bring us in the next session, or you can post that in the comment section. I'll pick that for the next class. We can discuss that. Okay. So we are going to have our next session on Wednesday, same time, 5 p.m. Okay, so let's meet then. That's all from my side, guys. Thank you for joining.